what's going on? What's going on, man? Been a while. Actually, man, had a lot of things on my plate, man. You know what I'm saying? My car was in the shop. My mother was pretty much in the hospital for at least a week when she had actually a mini stroke with a bleeding in the brain. So she's doing a little bit better now. She's stable. She's actually in a rehab facility. Getting rehab, doing a bunch of rehabilitation. So she's definitely doing a little bit better than previously from maybe last week or so. So definitely I was not really doing any recording or any videos, but definitely I was making sure my ears is definitely on the pause. Just really want to really come in, check with everybody. Um, I know Democrat House Representative Elijah Cummings passed away last week. Uh, I really did, like I said, I made some posts on my Facebook as well on my Instagram, and I made maybe a few tweets on my Twitter. Follow me at, on Twitter, Brandon S, ADOS Houston, Brandon Berg on Instagram, and, I would keep it moving, and Brandon Berg, on here on YouTube. Uh, but yeah, but definitely, I know, like I said, like rest in peace to the man, but as a public figure, horrible legacy, very horrible legacy. Didn't do anything for foundational blacks, ADOS. In my book, I mean, really pushed for more of a non-black, non-ADOS constituents. That really wasn't his main focal base. Um, and a lot of the black caucus really have that mindset. And I did call for new blood. Shout out to Mrs. Tamara out of Georgia. She's running for Senate. I'm supporting her. I actually donated as well. Um, maybe when she kind of maybe ran a little more locally, but she's there, like she trying to make things happen. Uh, but like I do quote, there need to be new blood um, that really, really got the people behind them. Normally, like I said, you got a base already solid and solidified. You can pretty much do a lot of things. You can wield a lot of power. So it's not really just getting a coalition or a diversity. Sometimes that can work against you if everybody in the room got really a plan to X you out. You know what I'm saying? So what's good of diversity if diversity is really more success on a certain type of exclusion of another group that makes diversity in a way what it is now. So definitely want to uh, let it be known that the black and brown. Uh, I have a more problem with the black and brown labeling of our group, like we're a bunch of Latino or Hispanics or whatever the case may be. Um, and not just that, but a lot of people, a lot of uh, public figures is starting to do that more and more. I was always asking why we can't be a Pacific group, but when they talk about illegal immigration, DACA, or certain benefits that goes to illegal, basically immigrants or something like that, or certain to a Hispanic community or Latino community or Latin community, I like to call it, because it's too many words with it. I just call it Latin. Um, they get more specific, a specific point of a discussion, but for black is more of a group, and that gotta be stopped. Almost like also with the people of color. I told people I don't rock with the people of color because that term was never really meant for anyone but black person or a mixed black person. But still, genetically a black person, especially ADOS. Uh, I definitely really want to talk about also is the black culture that a lot of people tend to like want to uh, be under. And I think maybe my last video I talked about with the lattice and everything about black culture, but black culture is significantly ADOS. It's black. When no other culture don't really use that type of metaphor or actual concept or actual uh, concept identity as black culture. You go to Africa and you ask them what culture this is, they're going to tell you the actual lineage, the ancestry, the custom, and the actual, um, you know, uh, correct naming of the culture. Is their lineage, is their ethnic or their nationality, whatever group that they're part of. Uh, Nobody really don't say black culture or white culture. Like nobody don't say like we might say Asian culture, but that's more of a generalization of what's going on in Asia. If you say African culture, that's more of a generalization because you're talking about a continent. So you're talking about a continent of what the culture is originated in. Black culture is more originated in America. That's why black culture is almost American true culture because it originated in America. It's a purely organic culture. That's why I always look at these immigrants when they talk about we don't have no culture, and I said, dude, you're participating in it right now. Then they be trying to then get the stupid reaction like what you talking about. So dude, you're participating in black culture now. Like the shit that your mannerism, the way you dress, the way you try to talk, how you with the music, sometimes with what you listen, the food that you eat. I mean, it's all that is really black culture. That's American culture. It's basically it's one of each and one and the same. So that's why I told anybody black culture is strictly ADOS foundational black culture. Because there's no other group that would use that concept as their labeling of their own identity. That's just it's an oxymoron to even do that. Uh, even for really us, like a lot of us say black because that's the identity of the caste that we identify in. Many other groups in the diaspora not really even technically really say black. They say black if it's more of a beneficial and monetary thing. That they'll say black, but majority of the time they're not really saying black. They'll say their ethnics, their ethnic or nationality or their tribal lineage before anything, before they even get to the black part. So that's the thing how you can kind of tell. Uh, there's a lot of people that really don't know much about ADOS black culture, or even what the culture really stand for. Now the raunchiness of the culture is not really the organic of the culture. It's really more of a as you know, more of an import uh, than an export. Our culture was more exported, while you got a lot of cultures that other groups manifest that's not more of a negative light had an import effect on our culture. So it's kind of like, uh, in with the out, in with the new, out with the bad, in with the bad, in with the new, something like that. So that's really what it is about black culture. Uh, but just a lot of things has been going on. I might touch a little bit base with Kamala Harris. I know she's She's talking about Native American. I mean, at this point in time, her campaign is pretty much done. Elizabeth Warren took a lot of heat for the LGBT because she had a transgender black woman. Um, Basically, was her campaign surrogate, giving anti-Asian and anti-actually gay remarks, and she's transgender. So that's something to behold in itself. And so she's taking a lot of heat from that. Now, everybody talking about we're gonna like what Antonio Moore said. There's the white vote is majority Republican. It's not Democrat. Democrat rarely get over 50% of the vote. You know what I'm saying? So that even let you know that the white vote is not the Democrat Party main baseline. Even though they want to give this appearance they are, but their voting geographic or demographic proves otherwise. These other groups and stuff that they're trying to uh, solicit for support don't have the voting power to put anybody in the White House or whatever like that. Maybe individually in a certain states they can, but not as a national group in a more of a like a president or anything in the White House because they don't have the pull for that. Like I said, like I told you, Hispanic, Latino, Latin, they're breaking into many subgroups. Many of them claim definitely racially or certain European aspect, so they're not going to identify as a minority. You know what I'm saying? So to them thinking of themselves as a minority is an oxymoron in itself. They more think of themselves as European, as you know, Europeans white. So, and they also know, they understand, like a lot of these people and foreigners that's come, they understand there's a caste system. There's a racial caste system that that's in this country, not pretty much everywhere else in the world, but it's definitely in this country alone. So it's like I said, foreign black women don't really mess with um, ADOS men or black American men because they already understand the caste system and the dynamic of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just pretty much what it is. I mean, like I said, woman's woman. I mean, you're a man. If you got the means or anything of stability, a woman's going to be gravitated to that. So for a man, it's a little bit easier in a way, or a little bit. But for a woman, they are gravitated strictly by stability and also by status in society. So that's what gravitates them. If you're not a celebrity, they're not gonna really shoot for you. Like I said in my last video, you won't be able to get a non-ADOS woman, um, especially a black woman or African descent woman. You're not gonna be able to get those type of women you you're somewhat very open or very culturally open to their culture and their language and their type of lineage and their ancestry. But it also too is going to be about stability. Like I said, their children might be more perceptive. But them as a foreigner, no, it's not gonna be that way. Uh, Maybe like I said, European is probably the only type of woman that will be acceptable to a black American man because they already have the wealth. Some of them, not all of them, because you go to East Europe, the poverty level is just as bad as anywhere in the third world. So definitely not rocking with that either. But yeah, man, just really wanted to just touch a little bit basic, give my thoughts. I know everybody talking about black culture and this, and black culture is strictly not black Americans. It's everybody in the diaspora. I just really want to bring more clarification to that. Um, but yeah, like I said, the ADUS movement is chugging along, man. So just DJ Vlad, I'm not even gonna be worried about him on that aspect. But I got you definitely, but you gotta keep him in the corner of his eye because he's been a vulture for a very long time. So him doing what he's doing with this anti-ADOS uh, campaign or certain type of media endeavor he's trying to do is telling of what his true motive is. So it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, man, I just really wanted to get back on here and let you guys know, I ain't stopped nothing. I'm still chugging along, man. So like I said, I'm gonna leave you guys um, here for now, and I'll probably get back with you guys real soon. All right. I'll definitely have a topic I want to definitely talk about um, concerning with the in a way with the LGBTQ type of community or the banner, I would say. So just stay tuned. All right, one.